Hi guys, the British overseas territory of Gibraltar has somewhat been forgotten during talk of Brexit, so it'd be good to get the opinions of people living there on the 7th anniversary of the Brexit referendum. Now, Gibraltar's relationship with Britain and the EU is complicated. It isn't part of the UK, but like Scotland and Northern Ireland, it voted to remain, but was dragged out anyway. The overseas territory wasn't covered by the TCA signed in 2020 by Boris Johnson and Lord Frost, which meant separate negotiations took place. These negotiations are still ongoing, but until a permanent solution is found, an ad hoc agreement is in place. Now, Gibraltar is part of the Schengen area, and its airports are under the responsibility of Spain. Border controls are carried out by Frontex, which Spain isn't happy with, while workers and tourists can cross into Spain with minimal checks. But here's what people living there had to say about the current state of Brexit.
A disaster from start to finish. A big lie. It's left Gibraltar high and dry. Yeah? The UK government promised us that they were negotiating for the whole British family. Apparently Gibraltar isn't part of that family, and we were left high and dry.
I'm not aware of how it's going yet, but I just feel very sad that we are leaving it. I know you can't look back, but I just feel very sad that we are leaving Europe.
Hopefully it'll be a good deal for us Gibraltarians, right? Even though I don't live here, I still have the rock inside me.
I don't think we should have had Brexit. I think they should have stayed as we were. Because at the moment, everything's changing, everything's going up. You can't get things here, like certain food things don't come in anymore because it's part of the European Union.
It doesn't seem as if it's gone very well, has it? I remember Boris Johnson saying, it's all right and it's going to be a bit tough at first, but in about 10 years we'll be better than before. 10 years is a long, long time for business, isn't for everybody else.
I feel like we're still in somewhat of a limbo. Haven't given it too much thought because it seems like it's never ending. Hoping for some more news this year, especially as a business owner. There's a lot of question as to whether we should expand or wait to see what happens, but how long can you wait?
When the guy said about Boris Johnson, I was, oh no, what did Boris Johnson say? Boris Johnson telling people, well, if you wait 10 years, then you're going to see the results. And immediately after, you have a business owner saying, we can't deal with this sort of uncertainty. You have to understand that the negotiations between Spain, the European Union, Spain and the United Kingdom are still ongoing. Brexit has not been done in Gibraltar. Now, Gibraltar has been protected from the worst of Brexit, but it is still impacted.
As far as Gibraltar is concerned, I think we've been saved the best of it, really, the worst of it, I mean, in as much as there has been a process which allows normality. As far as the UK is concerned, I think it's a disaster, and I think it will be seen as such when you look back in history. And I think that it's going to be a long time before any sense of normality comes to the UK and as a consequence to Gibraltar.
I always thought it was a terrible thing. I thought it was a worst decision that could have been made. I thought it was so bad that I thought it would never happen, that there wouldn't be enough people foolish enough to vote for Brexit. And I think it's obviously gone badly for everybody, for the UK and for us in particular, because we're obviously suffering the consequences of a decision that had nothing to do with us, really.
The border between Spain and Gibraltar used to be a physical border. Now it's been moved to the airport. What seems to be a common theme with Brexit is that it's damaging to the United Kingdom. But not just damaging politically and economically, but it's damaging to the United Kingdom as an entity. We've seen with Brexit what it's doing to Northern Ireland. It's driving a wedge between Northern Ireland. And this is Brexit, not the Northern Ireland Protocol. Brexit itself is driving a wedge between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. A few weeks ago, the Irish government decided to invest in universities in Northern Ireland. They've extended the Erasmus scheme for students to Northern Ireland. So Northern Ireland is moving closer to a united Ireland as a direct consequence of Brexit. And Scotland, independence in Scotland still remains really strong. And Brexit has been a driving force. I'm not trying to take anything away from the Scottish independence movement, but Brexit definitely has put booster rockets, I believe, under Scottish independence. So the people who claim to be patriots of the Union can't support Brexit because it's damaging the United Kingdom on the world stage, but it's also damaging the United Kingdom at home. Brexit has been a disaster, and this is the word we can take from people living in Gibraltar. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.